Alright, so you guys know that we have a large variety of students with many different needs, and just like the students in our traditional programs, some are very flexible, some are not so flexible, kind of tight, but we have students with different disabilities as well, which come with different characteristics. The students that we have with cerebral palsy, for instance, tend to be much tighter, much less flexible. It's harder to extend their extremities, whether that's for a punch or a block or a kick. So we're going to work on making those motions go from small to large and really loosening them up. For students, for example, that have Down syndrome, they tend to be very flexible but have big swinging motions. So your goal is to either use slow motion or try to bring those motions down to a smaller scale so that they can control their body better. So we've got you guys paired up. One is a student, the person in the uniform is the instructor. I'm going to have you split off and either teach a block, we'll say high block or low block, or back punch. Okay? And then you'll see by the student's behavior whether they're going for less or more flexibility. Yes?
So, I think when a person for like a low block, if they can't go all the way, can you like ask them to lean down a bit so they still can go?
Absolutely. Your goal is to try anything, okay, and see what works. And then afterwards we'll get back together and we'll share what we found. Okay? Ready to go?
Show me a high back too. Cards up and you try to ready. Show me back punch. Go.
We're going to go for our high block. Hands on your chest. Alright.
Yeah.
Stomach this way.
Push your fist. Super tight. And back.
Can I go up like this?
Bring your back down and go slow.
Tap the motion, this hand like this. Just up like this.
Nice job.
Make sure you're speed. Yeah.
We're going to try the other hand.
Make it super strong. Super strong.
Super fast.
There we go.
Super tight.
Nice. There you go.
Alright.
Back hand. You are going to push this away. Hand, right? Like that.
Try it.
Ready? Go. Good job. Back.
Nice job.
Ask this time. Are you ready?
Let's try that. This side.
Go.
One more time. We're going this way.
Even stronger. Push it away. Your back hand. Push it. There we go. Great job. Hands in chest. This is. We're gonna go super fast this time. Are you ready?
Nice job. Back. Other hand. Try a little faster.
There we go. Nice job.
Good job. Back. This hand.
Alright. Let's do the other side. Switch sides. Nice. This way. Wiggle this hand.
Good job.
Make a fist. Make a fist like this.
Last one.
There we go. Make it super strong. When I say go, you're going to do the same thing. Push this bopper away. Go. Nice. One more time. 10 seconds left. Go. Nice and high. There we go. Back.
Time! Give your student a high five. Let's come back together in this line that you were at before, and we'll share what we've discovered. Okay, so was your student working with more or less range of motion? Less range of motion. So things that worked or didn't work?
I tried using levels like small motion, then medium motion, then big motion.
Excellent. Good, good. So use the levels. Was that helpful?
Yeah, it worked best at first. I guess if I was a student, I wouldn't have been able to tell as much the difference between she's like low, medium, high.
Mhm.
So like, but when she's like when you have bigger motions to show the different levels, it works better. I think.
Good. Did your student have more or less range of motion?
More range of motion.
Okay.
And we did back punch, so we started with a slow speed so that she didn't swing her hand all around. And she understood how it felt to stop where it was supposed to.
Excellent. And that seemed to work?
This one.
Okay. More or less range of motion, John?
Less range of motion.
Okay.
And for the high block, she was doing this a lot when she was trying to block. So I made her do this, and then freeze when she's there, and then you move it above.
Okay. Good, good. So that's also a motion that you're more familiar with in general. You bring it up. I like that. Okay. How did that work?
Yeah, that worked really well because it was easier to visualize what the high block meant when it was broken down that way.
Excellent. Okay.
More motion, and we did lots of slow motion. So
Okay.
First it was really slow, and then slowly increasing speed, and that worked well.
Okay.
Alright, so my student had more range of motion.
Mm-hmm.
And so actually one thing that didn't work was if I said, we were doing high block, so if I said, do what I do, and I did that, my student would not pay attention to like how my fist was clenched or that my muscles were tight. So it would look more like that.
Okay.
So one thing I try to work on is making a fist and then putting your hand up like that so that.
Good. Yeah, and when your body is tense, that does restrict your motion slightly. When your body is relaxed, you have more range of motion, so it's probably helpful in stopping that as well. Excellent. Give your teacher a high five for doing a great job. Thank you.